Well, good morning, y'all. Out at the bus again, trying to get these seats tore apart because they've got some pretty sturdy metal on them, and I'm gonna recycle the metal and just put the seats in the trash, which is too bad. But I didn't get any takers on buying them, and I just can't wait any longer, and I have no place to store them, so I will be tearing them apart and getting rid of them. I'll show you what I'm doing. So hang on just 1 second, please. See if I can get you situated here. Okay. These plastic end caps have to come off. They've got like a little plastic keeper here that pops off, and the backs of the seats have to pop off. They're really easy to do. Once you get behind the seat or behind the plastic, there are 4 bolts, 2 here and 2 on the other end. And on the seat part, this is the seat part. The back, and they're very heavy, and I'm not sure if you can see, but the back here, ouch, that was on the foot. Let me see if I can do this better. Use my grandma's strength here. Because grandma's the one that's doing this all by her lonely. But then I'm a tough old bird, so you know I can do this. Well, you'll probably see them here. There's 4 bolts here. It's on the ends of these seats. This is the back. Those have to be unbolted, and then the seat part has bolts have to be unbolted, and then the backs and the seats come off, and then that leaves this nice metal railing here. I'll see if I can use it in some part of my bus build, but I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure where, but I could probably use them as bracing under the bus for my waste tanks. But I'll keep them around, see what I can do with them, and if I can't, then they'll be recycled. So I've got, see, I'll take you off this holder here. I've got these boxes here that were in the bus. I'm going to take the carpet off and recover them, if not sand them, and do a nice either paint or varnish or stain or something on them, and reuse them, because they are actually pretty good boxes, pretty sturdy, and I could use them someplace in here for storage. So that is what I'm doing here. So I'm going to tear these apart, and my other 2 chairs up here that were along the wall, I still have those. I'm going to keep those for right now to utilize them someplace in here. I've torn the sidewall off that had carpet on it, and this is what it looked like before. So it has the carpet, and it comes off really easily, but it comes off really easily because they were just glued on plywood, and the plywood got wet and rotten, so it's pretty easy to come off also. And I think on another video I told you, because I thought the windows leaked, it's very possible. I took the headliner bolts out, bolt screws, I don't even know what you'd call them, and this is what I found under. If I can get it down so you can see, there is insulation in there. It's not real good insulation, but it's insulation. But for some reason, they have this humongous hole up there that they did not patch or cover or anything. So it's crazy. And all they have under that hole is this cover, which isn't up against the hole, so it's just there. Whatever was in that hole that they took out, maybe an antenna, they just left it open. So I'm surprised I don't have more stuff rotten in here. And this whole end cap is going to come off because I'm going to bring a cabinet out so I have more storage up above the driver, and also that's where our TV will sit. I think I'm going to take this top window out and cover it with metal, and the same way with this side, because my upper dash will come out and cover half of that window. So I kind of just want to make it real pretty and functional. So back down to here, this is part of the plywood that was on it, and this part up here looks like it's pretty sturdy, pretty hefty. So, but they glued the carpet onto the plywood, then they glued and screwed, as you can see, the plywood onto that framing. And of course, over time, the screws or the glue delaminates and doesn't hold anymore, so it's really pretty easy to pull off. Then I started tearing the floor apart, and these braces here that hold the wheelchair strapping, they must have a bolt on the other side of this, or a nut on the other side of the screw, because it's not wanting to come off. It'll turn, but it doesn't want to come off. And so I have to get under there and try to figure out what's what. But if I'm going to leave those on there and then just frame over it, I'm just going to leave that there too. My framing will go over it. We'll cover all of that. Put the insulation in there. It's not going to bother anything. These center pieces of plywood, well, I'm not real sure, but you can see the seam there. I'm kind of thinking that centerpiece there that centerpiece will come out, and I can see what is under there, and if it's something to not worry about, then I will just put it back in, and that's going to be covered up with insulation anyway, so not too worried about it. I also have those. I do want to get this rubber flooring up, just to get everything off and exposed, so I have a better look. All this surface rust, I'll grind it off and then paint a rust inhibitor over it, and then it'll be safe. The wheel wells are metal and the floor is plywood. And I think I'm going to put insulation, maybe a spray foam insulation inside the tracks, the chair tracks, because they're going to conduct cold and heat, and might as well give a little extra protection there. Sorry, I think I'm getting a cold or something, but anyway, my grandson's pretty sick. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm taking these seats apart. Yesterday I was so extremely tired. I just didn't do a whole lot, and it's so stinking cold out here. I usually have the bus running, but for some reason my floor vibrates and it makes the camera vibrate, so I thought I'd shut it off and just show ya. So that's today, and if my back doesn't give out on me, the floor is today. So it should oughta come together pretty good. Show my honey out here feeding the horsies. Again, he fed them this morning, but not much. So of course and the dogs, they think they need to be herded. But yeah, they're they're loving their hay. And they chomp on the pasture as much as they can. But the puppies don't go out there and get too friendly with them because they know that roan will kick him. But they tend to play, so I'm not sure just how serious she'd get, but she lets him know that her foot is bigger than his head. So anyways, that's my menagerie out here. There's my boy. And then the girl is right on the other side of the fence. And then all three of my horses are mares. Just love them. Gotta love them. And this is my backyard and side yard. That's our bottom pasture. And that's my messy porch. Storage from North Idaho. It's got to be taken care of. Get it out of there. I'd like to use my hot tub this year. Just so much to do. What I need to do and what I want to do are two different things. So, as it is, this is what it is. Thanks for watching, and I hope that it helps a little bit if you're doing this kind of a bus build. And it's a little different than a schoolie, but it is what it is. And I'm learning lots. Every time I come out here, I learn something different. So I'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching.